The movie Begonia and Big Fish, or Big Fish and Begonia, something like that. It is an animated film. I think it had subtitles Chinese or no, yeah, maybe Chinese, with a lot of themes of reincarnation, various religious superstitions, as we would call them as Western Christians. I mean, I do these movie reviews for Christians, so that's what I would call it, superstitious. I mean, a lot of it is just fiction anyways. It's fiction, but mixed with a lot of the cultural, religious ideology of that culture. So, for Christians, just to keep in mind as you're watching, it's very too complicated to go into details of the whole thing, but just keep in mind that, we believe that as Christians, when we die, we go to heaven, or we don't, if we're not Christians. And, some people say there's no hell. Well, I mean, if you mean there's no place down below that's all dark and dreary and flames of fire, maybe there's not that kind of hell. But really, hell is just being eternally separated from God. So, and that's not something God does to anybody, unless they've never been given the choice of choosing God. But then the Bible tells us that every person knows that there is a God in some way or another. But if they haven't really made a conscious choice against God, that's a whole different story. But those who have rejected God, they'll be separated from God, so that will be their hell, I guess. For Christians, this movie had a lot about being people die and become fish, or and there's different worlds. There's the human world and the non-human world, and a lot of stuff we don't. I mean, you could call it angels, I guess, but in general, we don't really go for all that stuff. We believe in angels, yeah. We don't believe in living in other worlds, really, though. As Christians, there's the human world, and then after that, you're either in heaven or you're separated from God. I don't know if you can call that a place, but it's an entertaining little film. Just don't get caught up in the religious stuff, because none of it has anything to do with Christian. There's one point in the movie, though, or one of the I don't know what you call them, soothsayers. They have some magic powers. It says once you've sinned or you've made a mistake, there's no way to rectify for it. Something like that. I mean, a statement that completely epitomizes the non-Christian world. They believe there's no way to make amends for your mistakes or your sins. The only way, and Christianity is really the only religion that has any thing to offer in that regard. It's Jesus Christ, of course. So I'll leave it at that. Enjoy the film. It's good for kids too, but just explain to them some of the superstitious aspects.